Game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready? 10-2 start. Right there in the middle. 55. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. Go. 55. 55. Defense.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Schwartz. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback. And no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. He'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Schwartz. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Call that a very strong gain of 24. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then it opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 32-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 24.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
30 base. Hey, wahoo!
They'll drop the throw. And that's complete. It's Green here. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 15-yard line.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. 2nd and 3. That's complete right around the 8. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Set up. 60 outlaw. 36.
I got you. He's crossing.
Recon, 132 fighter. 36.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
On 2nd and goal, one man stands in the backfield, and that's Mixon.
Topper! SOS.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Round 80. Mike's by 4. No gain on this defense. No gain. Hey, go orange. Orange. Check Mike 54. Hut. You don't want none.
Rivers on 1st down. And he's got his man on the out route. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Complete to Hilton. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Set 180. Black 15. Hey, Delta. Load it. 10. He's coming.
Here's Taylor. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
We're okay. 390. Exit. Bang. Hey, hut.
On 3rd and 1, here's Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Golden, too much to handle that time, gets the sack. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Let's go.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Go.
They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
Ready? 8, read. 5-3-6. Go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Schwartz. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 41-yard line. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll look to throw. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches.
6-man.
Now a carry for Bernard. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
On the double. Hey, Steve 6. Come.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They're going to look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. He's got Green. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll want. Up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for fourth.
Yet it brings up fourth down.
Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And Bullock will put this one through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on,
one?
what does that mean, break out that just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. A run there on first down gets 3 up to the 28. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Rivers. Space to maneuver at the 40. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end, as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby. Switch, switch, switch. Check 24. Keep it skinny. Check 9. Hey, go orange. Orange. Get on! Get on!
From just shy of midfield, Rivers looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A big play there for Indy. 48 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Rivers to throw it, and he's going to find Doyle in the end zone for a Colts score. A 5-yard touchdown catch as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, a full half to be played. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner, his second sack of the night. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
No. Mine, 36. Watch the backer, watch the backer. Hey. 36 to Mike. We want this. Mike, on the big river.
Back to throw here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off around the 37. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And it thought that, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor, and he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Good. 180. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Cut. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Wait, 89.
On first down, it's Hines, and he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. Cluster. Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. You don't. Hey. Back up. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it. White. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. It's on. Shoot. Done.
Throwing, Rivers, and that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Hey, 79! 79!
Now Taylor. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Right there! All day, baby!
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
Watch out.
Final play of the half, Rivers. And that is going to be incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Taylor. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Good side, baby. That's baby side. Check. You go tight. Hey, Delta. Alpha. White, 80 hot. Red.
Here's Rivers. And the catch made by Hilton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
Check 4. Check. Run 80. Check hot route. Hot. Hey, easy. Check 52. Check. Plus the right. White, 80 hot.
They'll run on 1st down. Hines. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
180. Black 11. Tight dog. Hey, Rocket. Brown. 80 hot.
Rivers now from the 50. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Hey, Brown 80! Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Calm the crowd.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. On first down, Taylor. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Slam. Switch. Check 3, check. Red. 80 hot. Load it. Hey.
They just got that play off. Now Rivers. This will be caught inside the 10. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
First down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
That 180. Round 80. White.
Me and you all day.
What?
I'm coming after you.
Left.
Checking. Crash.
Q.
No. Alert 3.
He got.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
When I watch plays like that, I give a lot of thanks that my DNA did not make me an offensive tackle, because that is a very difficult job, to hold your block against a really good defensive end and hang on to it so your runner can get to the edge and do it without holding. I don't know that that's really possible for very many people.
Hey, box drop. Hey, I'm going to go load it. White.
So that'll back him up 5. Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on 2nd and goal.
Check tight. Alert flare.
Twelve.
Mike, 51.
Load it.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Pilot, 64. Weak.
Whip.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and goal.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
X3, 218, chopper.
Crunch. 36.
12. White, 90 hot.
Throwing Rivers. Being chased out left. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Roosevelt Nix there to make the grab. And the Colts have taken the lead. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They used their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
First down, Bengals.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Watch the pass.
They'll set up to throw. Going up top. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Open man is Higgins. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Hey, 79. 79. Run 80. Check 49. Room.
Joker.
80 hot. Hot.
First down, Rivers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Nick Perry comes flying in for the sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
On second down now. It's Hines, and that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Gregory 90, block 11.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist.
Orange bound 4. Orange bound 4.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Watch twist. Watch twist. He's coming. Double up, double up.
Behind.
Maybe a 3-play here for Rivers. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
3rd and long for Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Perry able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
1st down, Cincinnati.
What an opening weekend it's been already. Could the best finish be coming here on Sunday night? We'll find out as we come up on a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Schwartz. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's 2nd and 8. Throw left side complete. That's Schwartz. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st.
At the 8-yard line.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll give it to Mixon. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. He's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more of that coming.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Ready up.
36. Line 36. Touchdown defense.
Hey!
Mixon trying to punch it in. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They're down here in a 1-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Back to throw. He's got Jack Doyle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Taylor. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Brings up third down.
And a timeout is called. So now you're looking at probably just one final play from back in their own territory. And they're going to need a miracle. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
It's fourth down.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on fourth down.
Focus, defense, focus.
One last shot now for Rivers. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is Week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, but now I'm listening to you. So for Cincinnati, it'll be a happy trip home as they start the season with a road victory here on a Monday night. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.